Boxing Nation, and we back at it with another banger video. Today we're gonna be talking about the fight between JERMALL Charlo and DMITRY Bivol. Yes, sir. If y'all seen in the title, JERMALL Charlo had came up to DMITRY Bivol, and I guess it's some kind of conference, and he asked him to fight. Bivol was happily obliged because Bivol is an amazing fighter, amazing talent. JERMALL Charlo, I just feel like he's gonna, I don't know, man. Everybody, if you know JERMALL Charlo, you guys know how his hands work. Everybody, but we have to give DMITRY Bivol his credit because we do know that he did just fight and beat Canelo, right? And let's be honest, guys, we know that styles make fights. We know that this fight will be an amazing fight between both said DMITRY Bivol and Charlo. I think that this fight will be amazing. They're both coming to fight. It's not like one of those fights where one of the guys is coming to survive and the other guy's coming to fight. Both of these guys are coming to fight, and they both can fight. They both have a high IQ in the ring. So honestly, I don't know who's gonna win this fight. Who do you guys have and why? Tell me that in the comments below. If you got DMITRY Bivol, in what round and why do you have DMITRY Bivol? And excuse me, if you have Charlo, let me know in what round and why do you have Charlo. I feel like these fighters, man, I'd never expected this fight to happen. I think that everyone says that in the comments I was reading, everyone was saying that Charlo was drunk when he came up to Bivol, and it doesn't matter if he was drunk or not. If he asked him to fight, it's a fight, and you know he's not gonna be drunk on the night when they put on those 12 ounces. So I give credit to both DMITRY Bivol and to Charlo for even talking and taking on this fight. And like they said in 2023, all we want to see is the best fight and the best. We don't want to see any more BS fights. In my opinion, the experience that both of these fighters bring to the ring will serve them best in the fight. DMITRY Bivol will be ready on the night of the fight. I think that JERMALL will be ready on the night of the fight. So I'm excited for this. This is amazing for boxing. This is what boxing is all about. We're finally getting back to, like I said, the best fighting the best, and that's all we can ever ask for, right? So like I said, comment down below, who do you guys want to see? In my opinion, both of these fighters, they bring a lot of experience to the table. Like I said, DMITRY Bivol for having fought Canelo, and JERMALL Charlo just for fighting everybody, like, you know what I mean, like. But I love this. I love that this fight is about to happen. Like I said, this is Charlo's return back to the ring, and I think this is gonna be he's only in his 30s, so early 30s, so he's still young and ready to fight. So I hope that DMITRY Bivol has his head on the night of the fight. Like I said, man, I want you guys to comment who you have and why you have them. What round do you feel like the fighter is gonna win? If you feel like DMITRY Bivol, if you feel like Charlo, tell me what round and why. Don't be one of those stale commenters and just say, oh no, I just feel like this fighter's gonna win. I mean, like, that doesn't justify anything. Tell me why. Tell me why do you feel like this fighter's gonna win? What kind of skill set do you feel like they bring to the table, and what keys to success do you feel like each fighter has? I appreciate both of these fighters, man. I think that, like I said, this is gonna be amazing. I never expected this fight to happen. I didn't. Truthfully, if anybody says you did, and you capping, because I never heard DMITRY Bivol mention or say anything about Charlo's name, and I don't think Charlo has ever said anything about DMITRY Bivol until after he fought Canelo. So, and we all know that that Charlo's been calling for Canelo, but Canelo, I don't think Canelo ever wanted to fight Charlo. You know, this fight is gonna be amazing, man. Where do you guys think that this fight's gonna happen? I feel like it's gonna happen in the US. I feel like it's gonna happen in the US, and maybe even in Las Vegas, just because of how big it is. That would be the best place for them to have it. Like, it'll be like a neutral fighting territory. Like, don't go to his hometown when you don't go to his hometown. You know what I mean? I think that would be lit. And I'd pay to watch that fight. I feel like them two guys that's gonna sit in front of each other and they're actually gonna punch. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like a boring fight or one of those fights where anybody's just coming to be too technical and not take any chances. They're both gonna take chances. they both gonna try to knock each other out. So yeah, man, this is amazing. 2023, I think boxing is turning into a real. It's making a 360 turn. It's nothing like it used to be, man. Like at first, a lot of people didn't even want to sit in front of their TVs and watch boxing because they felt like it was just like, you know, not enough fighters fighting who they wanted to fight. Like if I want to see my favorite fighters fight my favorite fighter, why are they not fighting? These guys are they're just sitting there holding titles, and then all of a sudden deciding to fight somebody that already has a gotten knocked out on their resume or just a loss on their resume, and it doesn't make sense to me. So I want to see the best fight the best. There's no more holding titles. There's no more I'm the best in my division, so I'm just at the top of the throne, so I don't have to fight anybody. You don't pick your fights. You don't just pick your fights. And you feel like you're at the top of your division, so you have to show why you're at the top of your division. Show why you're the best. You can't just keep on holding these titles and not fighting anybody. And he said he dropped Devin Haney, or he was about to drop him or something like that, and he took him out of the ring. So I mean, like, if Tank really feels that way, everybody says this, I feel like he only talks about Devin Haney and all these other fighters when he has a fight coming up. He never really talks about anybody else. He really just stays to himself and does his own thing. And I admire Tank for that at first, but to see that he's now saying and coming out talking about sparring. And sparring is not something that you talk about. Even when I was fighting, sparring was never something that I mentioned to everybody, and you know, it was just never something I did. So, and it's not like you can't talk about it. It's not like it's sacred or anything like that. It's just like, bro, it's just sparring. You know what I mean? It's working. You're trying to get better. Of course, you actually have some really good sparring and sparring that's a little bit harder than others, but in total, we're just trying to get in there and get some good work in. I mean, so a person can be a different fighter from sparring, and then on a fight night he can be a completely different fighter. You know what I mean? Like, so I want people to stop taking sparring so seriously, and especially when you're just trying to give each other good work. A lot of these new cats just kind of go by the new rules of boxing, and like they use sparring to promote their fights, and I don't know, it's just a real messy thing, and I don't really like to get into it anymore. So yeah, man, thank you guys for watching this video. And if you guys don't forget to comment, like, subscribe on the video. And it's ZaBoxing Nation, and we signing out.